All right, it looks like the clock has officially rolled over to 10 p.m., so we're ready to get started tonight. We're opening a triple play box, a box of Diamond Icons, which, man, had some bargains in there tonight. If you're in Diamond Icons, you got a good deal on it tonight, so let's hope we pull some fire out and make it worth your while, right? And then following that, we'll have a full case of Contenders basketball. So we've got a nice full lineup tonight. But before we get started ripping into packs and boxes, we do have a little information to go over. That's if I can manage to get myself untangled there. Sorry about that. I somehow or another got my cords all tangled up a little bit. Whoops. All right, so first up here, what you're seeing right now is just a break that I'm working on to fill up directly by way of chat and messages, not listed on eBay. And it's almost full, guys. We're very close on this one. It is a random team break for a case of 2018 Leaf Greatest Hits football, and I'm adding into it an autographed Saquon Barkley custom jersey. That will be awarded to one of the teams in the break using random. And of course, being that it is a random team break, teams will be assigned at the start of the break. It's $45 a spot all in. That includes your shipping. It is one of those breaks that if you pull nothing, you get nothing. There's no consolation cards or anything in this particular break. It is like any break, a no refund, no return item. We're going to break it when it fills, and we're really close to having it filled. You see there? We're down to just 5 spots left to go. If you want one of those 5 spots, please send me a message over on eBay and let me know so I can get you invoiced and plugged in. And I'm really hoping that we're going to be breaking this in the next day or so because, again, we're very close to having it filled. If you are already on this list, you should have gotten today 2 things: an email from me talking about it, and also a PayPal money request invoicing you for the teams that you requested. So that brings us current on that, and we are now into what we're looking at for tonight. So to start out, I'm just letting you know that my feedback is completely automated on eBay. I do that so that you don't ever have to wait on me. So basically, it works like this. As soon as you leave positive feedback for me, that wonderful little automated program should instantly post positive feedback for you in return. And of course, the most important thing there is just a note to say thank you, because I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats and hangs out with me. So thank you very much for that. We're looking right now at breaks that are listed on eBay already. This is the stuff that's going to be coming up over the next 5 days that's up and available for bidding as we speak. Tomorrow night is an all memorabilia night. It is a half case of Gold Rush autographed mini football helmets. That's going to be a half case and is the start of a new case. On top of that, we'll have TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys, a full case break. That's a 5-box case. Thursday night will find us with an autographed baseball jersey, a Series 1 autographed baseball glove, and a case of Chronicles baseball. On Friday, we're looking at a case of Leaf autographed football jerseys. Well, actually a half case. It'll be the start of a new case, but we're going to break it as a half case, which will be 4 jerseys. And then a full case of Vanguard basketball, which comes out on Friday. We'll break it on Friday. It's the only case of that I have. It's pretty high end. It's, $1,900, $2,000 a case. It's a brand new product. Looks very nice. We'll find out, of course, when we get into it what we've got in there, but there is just the one case that I ordered for it. Also coming out Friday is Absolute Football, and we will break a case of that. I believe Luminaries Baseball comes out Friday too, which I didn't realize until later tonight. And so, yeah, I don't have it listed yet. So we'll probably break that Monday. Saturday night, we've got some more memorabilia there, an autographed baseball jersey from Gold Rush on that one. Another half case of our mini football helmets, a couple of boxes of 2007 Upper Deck Premier, and then we're going to open a full case of 2011 Crown Royal football. That's going to be nice, and it's going to have a lot of hits in it. I think like 48 hits or something. Sunday night is a full-size, not a full-size helmet, whoops. It is an autographed baseball bat. We'll just walk that back for a second. And a half case of 2011 Prime Signatures football and another full case of Absolute Football. So that's what we're looking like in the days ahead. For tonight, we have got 3 things. 2 of them are free shipping. That's the Triple Play Baseball Box and Diamond Icons. So I'm projecting that to ship out on Monday, because anytime you do a free shipping break with me, I project it to go out 6 or 7 days after the auction ends. A lot of times I get it out sooner than that, but just plan on Monday the 10th, and it won't be any later than that, and it will probably be sooner. Also, if you're in one of those first 2 breaks, and if your team is not pulled, you don't get anything at all, not a card, not an item, not anything, you are still entitled to a consolation card. I do track that for a rolling 90-day period. When you're in those free shipping breaks, what happens is I normally just hang on to those, and then I send them the next time you do hit a card or an item, and I just gather them all up and send them off in that package. If you don't want to wait until the next time you get a hit and you're in the free shipping break, send me a message on eBay. We'll work it out, okay? Our paid shipping break tonight, that's our case of Contenders Draft Picks Basketball. I'm projecting to get out the door on Saturday. If I can get it to you sooner than that, I will. If you happen to get skunked in that break, I don't really think anybody will, but on the odd off chance that you do, because I think there are a few teams that don't have a ton of hits, then your consolation cards would ship with the rest of the break since it's a paid shipping break. So first up tonight is 2018 Hit Parade Triple Play Baseball Box Break number 11. In our box, we'll find an autographed baseball, an autographed baseball jersey, and an autographed picture of a baseball player. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Tuesday night, September the 4th on eBay. And of course, a format that most of you are familiar with by now, which we have our team names on the left, and your name is up in lights across from it there on the right-hand side if you are our winning bidder. And of course, a new spreadsheet goes up before the start of every break. So if you're not in this particular break with the Triple Play box, you are going to get a chance to see your name up there shortly. And I did take autofocus off. I don't like using autofocus, so I know it makes the background go out of focus when I manually set it, but we should still be fine. Now in chat, who's here tonight? Jay Allen is here saying howdy. Bobby B is saying hey, hey, hey. Greg and Corey are both here. Jay Allen says he's looking forward to 2011 Crown Royal. Right on, man. I am loving Crown Royal 2011. We've opened it before. You guys, some of you probably remember it's been several months since I've opened it, but we opened it in half case breaks the last time. And I just decided, you know what? We're going to go for it. We're going to open the full case this time. Oh, Corey, yeah, I sent you a PayPal money request for that. Did you see that in your email, or do you use a different email than what you use on eBay? Because if you use your same email, you should be able to see it. The PayPal money request should be in your email, and you should also see it, I think, when you log into your PayPal account as well. If you go in there into the like activity thing or something and do money requests, I think it'll show up in there. Okay, our autographed baseball, handily, we can cheat, right? It tells us there on the lid. It is John Candelaria, and I will have to look up the teams for John to make sure we award this to the correct team. But first, let's take a look at the ball itself. So there is our ball with the autograph and inscription on it. We've got a JSA authentication sticker, of course, and a JSA authentication paper that's kind of bent up, but that's all right. It serves its purpose. So let's please sit there, John. He's giving me grief trying to roll away. That's what balls do, isn't it? They roll away. Okay, so give me 1 second here, guys. I'm going to check and make sure that we are sending this ball off to the right team. Right at this moment, I cannot see your chat because I am using the iPad to look this up. I think he played at least for 2 or 3 teams, and that's why I want to double check. I mean, I think it's like the Pirates and maybe a couple others, but let's see if I can't find it out here. Okay, we had... Well, yeah, length of service is definitely going to the Pirates. It's 12 years there. And then it looks like a couple of years with the 3 years with the Angels, 2 with the Dodgers, 2 with the Yankees, 1 Twins, 1 Mets, 1 Expos, 1 Blue Jays. But of course, obviously, length of service, definitely the Pittsburgh Pirates with 12 years. So that's why Pittsburgh was standing out in my mind, I guess, because that's the one he played for the longest. John's ball here is kind of in our way, so we're going to look at it one more time, and then I'm going to put it back in its box so it stops rolling all over the table, okay? So consider that the recap of the ball, because I don't want the thing rolling all over the place tonight. Our photograph is out next, and it is for the Marlins, Miami Marlins. Looks like we've got a Hollywood Collectibles authentication, and there's another MLB hologram authentication there of some sort, and it is Mike Lowell. You also have a Hollywood Collectibles COA there on the back. So there is that. Now our jersey, hey, look at this. We've got an authentic. This isn't even a custom. We've got us an authentic Fowler jersey. How about that? It has a Beckett authentication sticker, a DA authentication hologram sticker. There, of course, is your signature on there. And there's your handsome official Cubbies jersey, your nice Major League Baseball official jersey, my favorite kind. And it doesn't look like we have any Beckett paper to go with it, but of course we have a David Adams paper. But again, guys, the most important part is the sticker that is on the item. Doesn't really matter that much if you keep up with the paper, as long as the sticker stays affixed to the item. If the sticker ever came off of the item, then they would make you pay to have it re-authenticated, right? So the sticker attached to whatever the item is itself is always the most important. So the Cubbies hit with the Fowler jersey. The Marlins hit, of course, with our Mike Lowell autographed photograph. And then we had the baseball for the Pirates. Now I had somebody else jumped into chat. Vanguard basketball, again, that is a new basketball product. It's a high-end product. It is, running right around $1,900, $2,000 a case, somewhere in that neighborhood. If you pull up my listing for it, you will see that I have all of the product information at the bottom of the listing. That's actually true for any of my listings, guys. Any manufacturer's information that is available, I always cut and paste down there at the bottom of the description so you can get a better idea. And of course, I also put pictures and things in there as well. So, Sean, you probably missed our rundown, so here it is on the screen one more time. Triple Play is first, Diamond Icons is second, Contenders Draft Picks Basketball is third. And of course, once again, if you did not see this earlier, if you jumped in after the fact, please do take a moment and review the information there. It gives you an anticipated shipping date for both our free and our paid shipping breaks tonight, and talks about consolation cards in case your team is not the team pulled. So we are running right now into 2018 Diamond Icons Baseball. This is break number 2. And man, did this sell as a complete bargain tonight. I was shocked at how low this went. I mean, like crazy low. So it kind of made me wonder if eBay was doing the thing tonight that they were doing to me night before last, when not all of my auctions were showing up in search results. I kind of wonder if that happened tonight, because man, I mean, this went lower than I think I've really probably just about ever seen Diamond Icons go. It was like crazy, crazy low. But anyway, those of you who are in it, you know what? You got good deals. So let's now find you some good cards to back that up. Dale, I'm sure if you sent it over for that, are you talking about I haven't consolidated yet who paid the invoices and who hasn't paid the invoices yet from the money request for the Leaf Greatest Hits. I just didn't have time today. I was working on shipping, and then the next thing you know, I looked up and it was time to list and break and do spreadsheets and all that. So I will work on that in the morning. But if you got it and paid it, Dale, I'm sure it will show up. If it doesn't, I'll let you know. Bobby B, it is called auctionsniper.com. www.auctionsniper.com. And it is a thing of beauty. And anybody who isn't using it, you should be. Even if you don't care about sniping bids that way, it is an excellent, excellent tool for bid management. You'll see what I mean when you get in there and start using it. You can go in and do all kinds of stuff with your bids really up until about 2 minutes until the auction ends or so, and then they're kind of locked in. But up until then, you've got all kinds of stuff going. Corey, I don't have a way to take any payment from you except through PayPal. So, I mean, I can't take a debit card just of its own. Look at this, guys. This is a 1-of-1 Alex Rodriguez for the Yankees. A little 1-of-1 A-Rod relic for the Yankees. That is a nice hit indeed. That is a good way to start things off tonight. The Contenders basketball break again. That's just the list I just had up there, guys. So it is Triple Play we've already done. This is Diamond Icons. Contenders basketball is right after that. And let me just see if there's anything else I need to catch up on here in chat before we keep rolling through these. Stang Lover, you've got the A's and the D-backs. We're going to work on that. And Corey, this isn't, it's not an eBay thing that I'm talking about with, I just, the only way I can process a payment, Corey, is through PayPal. So what you're probably going to have to do if you are security shut down, it's really a phone call that just should take like 2-3 minutes. And then once that's resolved, we should be good to go. But I'm not able to process payments any other way. I don't have a direct merchant account. So this is Cal Ripken, and it is nice as well. That is our red ink numbered to 5 for the Orioles. So we've had a couple of good hits coming out right off the top here, which is going to bring us next to somebody that'll make Stang Lover pretty happy. It is Ricky Henderson to 25 for the Oakland A's. Because I think that Stang Lover is kind of a Ricky Henderson fan. He won the Ricky Henderson random the other night, which had him as an A and a Yankee. He was happy about that. He's probably going to be even happier about this. Oh, my Cincinnati Reds are having another good night in Icons. Barry Larkin to 10. I'm liking that hit too. That hit is making me happy. I like it, I like it, I like it. Yeah, again, Corey, you've got an email from me today. So that email that I sent you today, that is my email address. So if you just want to grab the email, I sent you an email directly today to your email. And then, of course, that's in addition to the PayPal money request that's sitting in PayPal. But everything you need should be right there in your email. Here's another hit for the Yankees. This is Andy Pettitte for numbered to 25. I already said for the Yankees, didn't I? This is numbered to 25. Oh, this is nice. A little Chris Sale to 5 for the Red Sox. And I think I see another low number coming up. Well, these are all low numbered because they're Diamond Icons. But I mean, these are mostly coming out as 5 and 10, which is better than even when we get them to 25. Timothy, we did already break Hit Parade. Jose Canseco, baby, numbered to 10. Stang Lover is burning it up tonight. This is another Oakland A's hit. And I see a cut signature coming. I'm going to set it off there and make you wait. How mean is that? Jose Altuve, look at that relic. That is really a nice relic. And of course, you've also got your on-card hard-signed autograph to go along with it. Numbered to 25 for the Astros. Coming behind that is Starling Marte for the Pirates with another nice relic and, of course, a hard signed auto. That is numbered to 25. And here comes our cut signature. And it is numbered to 4. I couldn't see where it was numbered there for a minute. I was like, where is the number? And, of course, this coming out for the Dodgers. Look at that little cut signature for Leo, numbered to 4, and the Dodgers. You guys know these cut signatures are, some of them sell for thousands of dollars, and they are falling every other box on average in Diamond Icons, and that's certainly how they fell for us, because we didn't have one in the first box, but we had one here, so we like it. Okay, here we go with our recap. Jose Canseco to 10, red ink, and the Oakland A's. Chris Sale for the Red Sox to 5. For the Yankees, there's the Andy Pettitte to 25. For my Cincinnati Reds, it is Barry Larkin to 10. Ricky Henderson to 25, Oakland A's. Cal Ripken Jr., red ink to 5, Orioles. Here's the relic. That is a nice 1-of-1 relic for A-Rod and the Yankees. Here's Leo, numbered to 4, cut signature for the Dodgers. The Pirates hit with Starling Marte. Nice, big relic there. And hard signed auto to 25. And for Jose Altuve, that is another very handsome relic and numbered to 25. So that is Diamond Icons, and that's actually the last of the Diamond Icons. I think I may have shared with you all before that they only gave me a half case this year. I was so bummed about that, but I guess like everything else, it's been in high demand, and they were not about to give out any more than they had to, because on the secondary market, it's already up to $1,800 a box, and so they weren't going to give out any extra, that's for sure. So sadly, that is the last of Diamond Icons for this year. But you know what it's not the last of? Contenders basketball, which is what we're getting ready to jump into right now. So, of course, I imagine the majority of you have seen this by now, but for anyone who might not have seen it, our free shipping breaks tonight, Triple Play and Diamond Icons, projecting to ship out on Monday. Those, again, the free shipping breaks, your consolation cards. If you weren't pulled, I normally will hold and ship with your next package just because it is a free shipping break. I do keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. If you don't want to wait, you want it sooner, you send me a message on eBay. We'll get you all taken care of. The paid shipping break tonight, which is what we're about to embark upon, is Contenders Draft Picks Basketball. And projecting Saturday for that. I don't really think anybody will get skunked in here. There are a couple of teams with not a lot of hits, but if you do happen to get skunked, your consolation cards will go out with the rest of the break since it's a paid shipping break. 12 boxes of 2018-19 Contenders Draft Picks Basketball. This is a full case break. It is break number 2. Of course, it also ended tonight, the 4th of September. This fine Tuesday evening. I've been watching U.S. Open tennis all day long. I don't know what else happened all day except the U.S. Open, just by the way. So, and looks like maybe we have got a little chat to catch up on. Timothy, you are asking about Triple Play. It was Pirates for the ball, Marlins for the picture, and Cubs for the jersey, which it looks like Buckeye for Fun answered to. So thank you, Buckeye. I appreciate that. And what did you type in, Stang Lover? You must have been answering that question too. And then Buckeye for Fun beat you to it. Corey, I am glad we got some good hits for you. It's always good to pull nice cards. That always makes everybody happy. Oh, I see. Stang Lover. I see what happened. Stang Lover typed his in first, but Buckeye for Fun hadn't seen it yet and typed his in as well. I gotcha. Yeah, there is a little delay in chat, guys. I'm sure most of you probably have figured out it's not really in real time. And I can make it closer to real time by adjusting the latency. But if I do that, then you can get more buffering and other things that can happen. So I tend to kind of leave it where it is and just accept that we've got a little bit of a delay. I don't know. I might try to tweak it somewhere along the way if it becomes a real issue. But for now, that's kind of how we'll probably let it roll. Dale, you're off to work. You're on the night shift. That's right. You've got that long shift. I remember that. Well, Dale, good luck tonight at work. Hope it's uneventful for you. Stang Lover, you said you have not seen a Randy Johnson come out yet for the D-backs or the Mariners. Who did we have for the Mariners out of the first box? We had a Mariner, but I don't remember who it was. Does anybody else remember who it was by any chance? So yeah, I don't know how common or how often he's coming up, Stang Lover. I don't know about that one. And sadly, we have no more Diamond Icons for me to find out either, and that's all I had. But hey, at least you've gotten some nice hits with your A's. You did real well with the A's tonight in particular. Oh, Buckeye for Fun, it might have been Griffey. You might be right about that. That's probably correct. I just remembered it was a Mariner, but I couldn't remember who was on the card. I was shipping out Diamond Icons today, the first break. So I just remembered that I had it, and then I couldn't remember who it was. So each box of Contenders draft picks here is going to find 6 autographs in it. And of course, everybody probably is familiar. These guys are going to be in their collegiate uniforms. So some of these I'm going to remember where they were drafted, and some of them I am not. But here's how it works. We can look up anything at the end of the break that you want to have looked up. So if you have a question about one, you let me know. Otherwise, what will happen is when I sit down to sort them, obviously if they were drafted, they're going to go to whatever team they're affiliated with. This one is Tony Carr. So, for instance, if you had somebody like Luka Doncic who, was drafted by one team but traded to another team, he's going to go, of course, to the team he was traded to, the team with which he is currently affiliated. If we happen to find undrafted free agents in here, many or most of them have probably signed two-way contracts or summer league contracts or something. That's Brandon McCoy. And so in that case, I would send them to their last associated team. All right. So let's say they were not drafted, but they've subsequently signed a contract with somebody, then that's where they're going to go. If they were not drafted and let's say they signed a contract for Summer League and then they didn't make the team, they got cut out of Summer League, if they haven't signed anywhere else in the interim, I will send them to that last team that they were affiliated with. All right. Does that make sense? Okay, this is Colin Sexton. That is numbered to 99. And of course, Colin Sexton, a Cleveland Cavalier. But that way we don't leave any, because I don't want to have a bunch of undrafted free agent cards just hanging around here. And almost all the guys that would be in this product have probably either signed a two-way contract or signed a Summer League contract or something. So that's how we're going to do it. Oh, Josh, did anybody answer Joshua before I go through that about icons? There were Yankees and Astros and Reds. And can anybody help Joshua out as to what was in icons? This is Aaron Holiday. Aaron Holiday, of course, is a Pacer. So again, the ones that I can remember, guys, I'll call out their teams. There's going to be some that, honestly, I'm just not going to remember, that we can either look up at the end of the break if you want. if you're interested, or if you're not that interested, then I'll just do it after the break when I'm sorting. That is numbered to 15, Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks. Javon Carter is next out. And Javon Carter, I believe, is a Grizzly. I think. And I see somebody over there is like helping out there. Buckeye for Fun and Greg, you guys are helping answer Josh's question about some of the stuff that came out of Diamond Icon. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Oh, Stang Lover's got a good rundown. Thank you, Stang Lover. I knew somebody in there would come along and help him out. I think I've got one more case of Contenders draft picks left, if I remember correctly. We'll probably work that in maybe the early part of next week. Probably the early part of next week. Here's a nice one. That is Trae Young on a game day ticket. And, of course, Trae Young was another one who was drafted by one team and traded around, but ended up, of course, with the Hawks. So that going to Atlanta Hawks. As you see, I go through this base pretty quickly. I don't imagine anybody minds that, but if for some reason you do and you need it to go slower, you just let me know and we'll work that out for you. I don't know this guy. I do know him because I looked him up when I sorted the other, but I don't remember it. Takes a while to commit some of these guys to memory, especially when they're not the highly drafted, highly touted ones. It's harder to remember them. I'll admit that. This is Keenan Evans. And what else do we have in here? Shaq. Wish that was an autograph, right? You know what, though? We opened a half case of this on release night, and we pulled Jason Tatum out of it. So, now here's the autograph I think everybody should want to have right there, because I think this is going to be the man out of the rookie class. I'm really excited to see this kid play. That is Luka Doncic, and Doncic, whichever way you say it. Anyway, whatever way you say it, he's going to be good. And he ended up with the Mavericks, I do believe. He was traded around and I think originally drafted by the Hawks, but ended up maybe with the Mavericks when it was all said and done. Our number 3 overall draft pick headed to the Dallas Mavericks. And that's a nice hit. You're going to like that hit, I think, when you see this kid get on the court. He's going to be good. Joel Embiid to 99 for the Sixers. And Theo Pinson, he's undrafted, but he signed somewhere, and I can't remember where. You guys are still in chat working on the icons. Yeah, the only thing I can remember myself is 2 for the Yankees, because one of them was the 1/1 A-Rod relic. And then we had the Jose Altuve and a cut signature for the Dodgers. We had somebody for the Reds, and I'm not sure beyond that, but I imagine you guys have covered most of it by now. There is Adele. And that was, he played for U of L, for the Louisville Cardinals. Right down the road. No, I don't remember the numbers on any of them, Josh. But, of course, you know that that YouTube, you know how it works. YouTube always archives the break, and usually you'll have, tonight's break won't be super long. So usually when they're a relatively short break, i.e. less than 2 or 3 hours, the YouTube archive version is usually up and ready to view within a couple of hours of the time it finishes up. So it would be in there. But of course, you know, nothing's high numbered in icons, so I don't think there's anything over 25. So it's going to be 25 or less, whatever it is, I believe. It should be for the prices of those boxes, right? It definitely should all be low numbered. Hey, we have a little 1-of-1 printing plate coming out for the Milwaukee Bucks, Jabari Parker. Well, as far as Milwaukee Bucks go, I'm not sure Jabari Parker is necessarily the one you wanted to pull, but that's what we got anyway. Here is Gary Trent Jr. Gary Trent Jr. is a Sacramento King. Surely to gosh, the Kings are going to be good this year. I mean, they've got such a young group of players. They had another pretty decent draft class. You really would just think that they would maybe be getting good. Of course, they did have Boogie Cousins, and that didn't get them over the edge either. He's obviously gone, but I'm just thinking about their past draft classes. That was Yonte Mayton. He was another undrafted free agent. He has subsequently signed with somebody. Theo Pinson again. I don't know why it is so much harder to remember where all the basketball players go than it was all the football players. But for some reason it is. I could commit the football rookies to memory a lot quicker. Just probably because we had more products, I guess. So I saw them a lot more often, drafted, or, you know, sorted them a lot more often. Ray Spalding. I guess we'll get there with basketball, but it is definitely more of a challenge for me to keep track of it. And this is Zaire Smith. Zaire Smith was drafted in a 76er, I think, a 76er. Oh, Greg, you're keeping up with them, so you hit something there with somebody, because I see you typed in thanks over there. So one of those cards is headed your way then. Hey, here's one of the stars of the NCAA Final Four tournament, or the tournament, I guess I should say, not necessarily the Final Four tournament. Dante DiVincenzo played for the Villanova Wildcats. He is a Hornet. So that's a nice hit for Charlotte with DiVincenzo. Oh, the Bucks. You've got the Bucks tonight. Yeah. So the Jabari Parker 1-of-1 headed to your house. I saw you earlier say that you got a package today. What are you guys saying is the... Teo, what are you talking about for the Bucks? You typed in Bucks, but are you talking about the printing plate as well, or were you talking about something else? So before I go onward, if you have a question about something, then let's get that lined out before we move onward. So Teo, can you let me know if you did have a question on that one? On something? Maybe I called out the wrong team for somebody, perhaps. I might have. DiVincenzo. Okay, hang on. Then let me double check that. I'm trying to do some of these from memory, and I might have messed that up. So let's go look that up real quick here. Hang on 1 second. And let's double check that. I got to find him in our draft list. Yeah, he is Milwaukee Bucks. What did I say? I think I said Hornets, didn't I? He's not Hornets, though. I don't know why I thought he was, but he's not. You're right. And again, guys, I double check all of this before these go out the door. I literally sit there with a list on NBA.com and sort these that way. This is stream of consciousness as I'm doing it here, which is why I keep saying I think and maybe and all that. So if I call one wrong, absolutely jump it up into chat and let me know. We'll correct it as we go along, but also understand that many times I'm giving you what I think it is, and I have not learned them all. And sometimes I am going to call him wrong, like I did with Dante there a moment ago. He is, in fact, a Milwaukee Buck. That is numbered to 99, Markelle Fultz for the 76ers. And here we have Javon Carter. I think we already had a Javon Carter a moment ago, and he is a Grizzly, if memory serves on that one. I guess we should just have the caveat, and the I think goes in front of pretty much everybody unless they're a top 3 draft pick. Because, man, I am having the hardest time remembering them all this year. Tony Carr. So that's a couple of good hits for you then, Greg, because you have the Bucks tonight. So not only did you get the 1-of-1 printing plate, you have the nice Dante DiVincenzo. So Teo, thanks for catching that, and Stang Lover as well. Sean, we have not had any Marvin Bagleys yet tonight. We did have him in the half case that we broke on release night, but we have not pulled him yet tonight. In fact, I think we had all 3 of our top draft picks out of that half case, didn't we? I think maybe we did. That half was a really nice half. Brandon McCoy. So I haven't seen any other sports news today at all because I was watching the U.S. Open kind of all day except for when I was working. And if there's anything interesting going on, somebody fill me in. What's the news of the day? I'm sure there's some kind of news. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that's going to be for the Clippers. That's a nice hit. And by the way, it happens to be numbered to 15. So how about that? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, was drafted by somebody else, but he ended up, another one of the draft night trades, he ended up with the Clippers. I think he's going to be good too. I just don't know about him being at the Clippers, right? I mean, that's a tough place to jump into. Chandler Hutchison. Chandler is a Bull, I think. Chicago Bulls, I believe. I know, I mean, they've just sort of decimated things, you know, the whole team at the Clippers, which maybe that makes it easier for Shai, but maybe it kind of makes it harder too, because I don't know how much you can, well, I don't know. Maybe it does make it easier. Just get all young guys, they all lose together, they all learn together, and then they all get better together. Maybe that's the formula. I don't know. Jay Allen says it's going to be like getting a mystery box. I know. Well, as I said, we can set and look these up after the fact if anybody wants to. But a lot of them, I know when I sorted the other break of this, which I did today, sorted it and got it ready to head out the door, there were probably, I would say half of them I either knew or I could just look at like round 1 of the draft or round 2 of the draft and boom, it's ready to go. Then the other half of them, of the hits I'm talking about, I had to sit there and go through NBA.com and look through the news feed and all that to figure out where they had signed because they were undrafted free agents and all that. So it was a super time consuming sort. And I expect this one will be the same, maybe a little quicker, just because I'm kind of learning a few of them. Bruce Brown, I think, is a piston. But it's just, there's so many undrafted guys floating around in this product that have subsequently signed, but you got to learn all that, which I have not committed to memory yet. Numbered to 23, a little cracked ice, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on a game day ticket. We have determined that he is a Clipper, so at least we know you've got an autograph and a cracked ice for the Clippers. Anyway, right? Brandon McCoy coming out again. And here we have Vincent Edwards. I don't know Vincent Edwards at all. So that one is a mystery to me as well. I don't even remember that kid in college, honestly. I don't know why I don't remember him, but I don't. I don't know if I never saw him. Maybe I never saw him play. I don't know. But here comes a nice one. There's Mikal Bridges. He is numbered to 99. Of course, Mikal Bridges was traded to the Suns. I think he was originally drafted 76ers, but traded to Phoenix on draft night. So he's headed to Phoenix. Always have to think about Mikal Bridges and Michael Bridges, right? Both in this draft. Always have to stop, or Miles, I mean. Always have to stop and think a minute. Is it Mikal or is it Miles? Robert Williams. Robert Williams is numbered to 25. And Robert, I think I wrote him down because I couldn't remember him. Celtics. Robert Williams goes to the Celtics. Greg, they have not finished with the 17-18 products yet. They just, 17-18 is never, or the current year's basketball is never finished until you get to Flawless. So once Flawless arrives, then you know that has concluded whatever season you're in. That's the last product of that season. So once Flawless finishes, then shortly on the heels of that, you'll start seeing all the 2018-19 products. This is numbered to 99, Kobe and the Lakers. They just, for whatever reason, they dropped this one in, kind of in the home stretch of the prior year's products. They tend to drop in contenders for the new year. I don't really know why they do it that way. It's numbered to 23. It's cracked ice, Amari Spellman, and he is an Atlanta Hawk, I believe. So, yeah, I don't know why they do it that way on the calendar. I mean, that's, I guess, technically because it's a collegiate product, I guess. They just get it done earlier. I mean, kind of like the collegiate football products. Most of them are out before the non-collegiate products. Not all of them, but most of them are. Flawless is, oh gosh, they move the date on so much stuff. Like October, maybe. First part of October, I think. So it's a ways away. And we've got Vanguard, of course, coming up this Friday. We still have Opulence to go, which is another really high-end product. It's like $900 a box or something like that for Opulence. What else? I want to say there's maybe even one other 17-18 product before we get to Flawless. There's at least two more. Those two. Maybe a third one even. So it's a little bit to go anyway before we hit it. Bruce Brown Jr. A Piston, I think. But yeah, Panini, the way they do their basketball, frankly, has always bothered me. I would rather see the rookie stuff like right away after the draft or shortly thereafter, kind of like we do with football, but that's just not how they do the basketball calendar. Vincent Edwards. For whatever reason, they do it a completely different, strange way. Wow, look at that little tiny signature way over there on the left. It's nice to have because it's Michael Porter Jr., but like that's a weird. Michael Porter Jr. is a Denver Nugget, and like that bugs me. I so want that to be like evenly spaced or proportioned or something, but anyway, it is a nice hit, and assuming that he comes back from his surgeries and he is the same player that we think he's going to be, that could be potentially a very nice hit for the Nuggets. Yeah, we won't know till we see him out there, but definitely the possibility of it. Malik Newman. Well, right. That's, of course, Greg, the draft was a while ago. I mean, that's my whole point. That's why I'm saying I wish that they would do it the way that they did football, which is shortly after the draft, you start with the products for the new year, but it's just not how they do it in basketball. I don't know if they have a harder time getting all the rookies photographed and signed, or I don't really know why. This is Melvin Frazier. I think Melvin Frazier maybe is the Magic. I think there's a possibility that he is an Orlando Magic guy. You are asking about Triple Threads baseball. I don't know. They moved the date on that, Greg. It was originally scheduled for like about, maybe next week or thereabouts, but they've pushed it back. It's maybe towards the end of the month now, but I don't have that calendar in front of me, so I can't tell you for certain. I think this is T-Wolves, Josh Oko, whatever. You know I'm not going to say it right anyway. Josh, let's call him Josh O. I think he's a Timberwolf, Josh O. I know, Sean, we do need to find you some Marvin Bagley, don't we? Get your Sacramento Kings all geared up. We had some other Kings, though, didn't we? We had a King earlier for somewhere along the way, so I think we've got you something, but we just don't have you the Marvin Bagley yet. Hey, Gio, how are you today? What's happening in your part of the world today, Gio? Yeah, this week has all been thrown off for me just because of the holiday. Like, I'm way off track of what day of the week it is. Like, I feel like it's Monday, but it's Tuesday, and like I don't know. Sometimes the holidays don't throw my weeks off, and sometimes they do. This one, I think, just because it was on a Monday, really has got my week all out of whack. So I'm just trying to get myself sort of back on the straight and narrow, if you will. Keenan Evans. Because those Monday holidays can catch up with me sometimes. Oh, you didn't win any bids tonight. Well, that's all right. I'm glad you stopped by to say hey anyway. You know I'm always glad to see you, Gio. We got a lot of memorabilia tomorrow night. Of course, it's football. I know you bid a lot in baseball, I think, memorabilia. But if you feel so inclined as to jump into football, we got a good memorabilia night tomorrow night. In fact, that's all we've got tomorrow night. This is the 76ers, Landry Shamet or Shamet. I remember that because we had a bunch of him in the last break. Well, maybe not a bunch, but 2 or 3 anyway. Enough that I remembered it when I sorted it earlier. Oh, there's the big man. The #1 overall draft pick, DeAndre Ayton for the Phoenix Suns. So the Suns are now officially having a good night. So now we just need to find our #2, Marvin Bagley. We've got Doncic. We've got DeAndre Ayton. We got to find that Marvin Bagley for Sean. Kenrich Williams. Actually, we've had a pretty good group. I'd like to find Kevin Knox, though, as well, because we haven't really had Kevin Knox show up yet either. In fact, I don't think we didn't have him first break, and yeah, we haven't seen him yet tonight either. Numbered to 99, that is John Wall and the Wizards. Isaac Bonga. Isaac is a Laker, Los Angeles Laker. I'm just trying to stack all the ones where there's no NBA logo in a separate stack. If you wonder why I keep stacking them in 2 different stacks, that's why. Because all those ones that don't have the NBA logo are our rookies in their collegiate uniforms that I will have to look up. So, they're all going in a separate stack so that I can sort them. They'll basically do I'll do a totally separate sort with them, and then sort everything else, and then combine them. Gio, I have got 1 more of those autographed baseball gloves. It is already listed, but I cannot offhand tell you what night it breaks. But I do have it. If you hang on 1 second, I can look for you and tell you what night it breaks. I mean, we've got, of course, baseball jerseys and other stuff too. But tomorrow night is the football jerseys and the half case of mini helmets and the full case of football jerseys. Looks like Thursday night is the next baseball glove, and that's the last one of those that I have too, Gio. And they've sold out of them, so I'm sure they'll get some more. It'll just be, you know how they do over there at Hit Parade. They do 100 of something that is Series 1, and then they'll come out with Series 2, which is 100 more. Elise Johnson. When they sell those 100, then they start over with Series 3 and so on and so forth. I think it's kind of strange the way they do it, to tell you the truth. I would rather that they just do one giant series and give us a checklist for it, for example, than to do all these 100-box series that don't have checklists, or only have, partial checklists. But that's how they do it. So, hey, there's Mo Bamba. That's another guy I think is going to be pretty good. Mo Bamba will head off to the Orlando Magic. So we definitely have hit some of our nice low round draft picks so far tonight. Anthony Simmons. Anthony Simmons is a Portland Trailblazer. But I'm kind of anxious to see some of our rookies hit the court. Of course, I already told you who I'm most excited to see, and that's Luka. But I think it's going to be a pretty good draft class again this year. Devon Hall. I don't know Devon Hall offhand. I don't even have a guess on Devon Hall, on where he goes. Next up, it is Gary Clark. And we have a little numbered hit here for the Milwaukee Bucks. That's numbered to 99. And it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. I don't remember where this guy goes. I remember seeing his name, but I can't think where he goes. Does anybody remember who drafted him? Obo. You know that's wrong. I know that's wrong. You know I pronounce all the names wrong, let's face it. I can't remember where he goes. That's, of course, obviously I'm going to look it up. I look up all these things, guys. I don't just guess when I'm sorting. I really do sit down and look them up. I just can't remember him off the top of my head, and I know I should. Teo says it's the Suns. Okay. I'm sure by now most of you know that our first product where we'll see our rookies in their NBA uniforms will be Hoops basketball. That will come out sometime in October, I believe. They did the solicitation for it, but of course I never believe the dates they give us until the product actually is on the way here, because they've been changing them so often lately. This is numbered to 99, Jordan Bell and the Warriors. But I believe about October, we should be finding Hoops coming our way. There's Gary Trent Jr. again, Kings. And here we have Adele one more time. And Hoops, of course, it's the same terrible configuration that it has always been. In that, it has like a zillion packs per box and a zillion cards per pack and 20 boxes per case. So it's just dreadful to break. But, you know what? We usually get some good stuff out of it. This is Lonnie Walker for the Spurs. Lonnie Walker, the 4th San Antonio Spurs. So we'll break it, but I haven't quite decided how to do it this year. You know, in the past, we've done it as quarter case breaks only because of the vast number of cards in it. And of course, I have in the past always shipped all the cards from breaks. Very rarely do I have a break where I don't ship all the cards. Kevin Herterer is, I think, a Hawk. I think Atlanta Hawks. He's one that I wrote down. I was trying to see if I could see it over here, but I think I remembered that it's a Hawk. So, I don't know. If we're going to do it the quarter of a case way again is about the right number of cards, because it ends up being little, you know, probably about 1,200 cards in a break like that. So if you're going to ship them all, that works, but then there's not a whole lot of hits if you do it that way. So that part's not good. Yonte Maton. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do it as a half case and just not ship veteran base or something like that. But they did reconfigure Donruss basketball, so that's the good news. We'll have a nice reconfigured jumbo sort of thing for that. Somebody says Gary Trent Jr. is a trailblazer, but I don't think Gary Trent Jr. is a trailblazer. Maybe he is, but I don't really think he is. Hang on, let's just look it up. Hold on one second. I'm looking. And still looking. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. He is a trailblazer. Why did I think he was a king? Yeah, he is a trailblazer. Yep, traded to the Blazers. He was drafted by the Kings, traded to the Blazers. That's why I had him in my head as a king. He is a trailblazer. Yes, thank you. This is Devon Hall. Yeah, so sorry about that, Kings, that I called him as a king, but drafted by the Kings, traded to the Blazers means, yes, he is a trailblazer. Thank you for jumping in there, Kevin. Sometimes watching the draft works against you. I said, yeah, you know, I get certain ones like fixed in my head, and I don't always remember the draft night trades right off the top of my head. That one is one where I kind of messed up. Called the original team. Sorry, sorry. Elise Johnson one more time. Donruss basketball will be, Greg, you're asking when that comes out. I mean, again, I don't know the date, but Hoops will be first, because Hoops is always going to be the first product of the new season where you will find them in their NBA uniforms. So it will be the second. It's typically, here's another Mo Bamba, and this one is numbered to 99. It's typically going to be the second release with them in their NBA uniforms is normally how that calendar works, Greg, that it would be Hoops first and then Donruss basketball would follow that. And I would imagine that calendar will be the same this year. It's been that way for a while. So that's would be my expectation that it'll come out that same way again this year. So somewhere probably October, November-ish for Donruss. Ray Spalding. But basically you're not going to get any more 18-19 basketball other than this, Contenders draft picks, until after we finish 17-18, which always wraps up with Flawless. So once you see 17-18 Flawless go through, then you know all the other products coming forward will be the 18-19. It's Mo Wagner. And Mo Wagner, Lakers. Lakers. A little cracked ice coming our way for Nola. That's numbered to 23 with my man AD. And behind that is Marcus Derrickson. We had him the half case. I remember looking him up. I don't remember where he went after I looked him up. And guys, if some of you were not tuned in earlier when I talked about this, if someone is an undrafted free agent, but they have, you know, i.e. they were not drafted, but they subsequently signed a contract either for Summer League or a two-way contract, any kind of contract with a team. This is numbered to 99, Jason Tatum and the Celtics. It's going to go to that team. So let's say that, for instance, someone signed with, doesn't matter who, the Clippers for Summer League, and then maybe the Clippers cut them after Summer League and they didn't make the team. If they have not signed with anybody else in the interim, I will still send it to the Clippers, okay? So that way these undrafted free agents that we run across from time to time can still find a home. I believe this goes to the Nets. I think he is a net. It's a really unusual name, and there are not very many nets in this product. As I don't remember there being a lot of nets anyway, just a handful. I think he's one of them. Well, we're closing in on it here. We're getting there. This actually isn't a bad product to break, considering, you know, there's a decent number of cards in it. There's not a whole lot of numbered stuff other than, you know, maybe one or two a box. Most of it is stuff that you can just kind of buzz through unless it's a hit, which makes it a little easier to break. Oh, baby, look at that. Oh, there just broke a whole bunch of people's hearts, because there is the one of one DeAndre Ayton, #1 overall draft pick for the Suns, is officially out of Contenders draft picks. So whoever has the Suns tonight just did a giant cartwheel, and everybody else is like going, oh man, because they just lost their chance for DeAndre Ayton 1 of 1. Because guess what? We found it. Yeah, we did. What a nice hit. Phoenix Suns, that is money right there. That is money. This is Landry Shamet, or Shamet again. Oh, that is such a nice hit. I don't remember who has the Suns tonight, but whoever has it, you just made like an incredible amount of money, just by the way. There's Metu again. Like a crazy amount of money. Because I think his base auto, like not numbered, is probably going for a few $100. The 1 of 1, and he's the #1 overall draft pick. I don't know, you're probably going to get $1,000 for that card. This is Keenan Evans. Maybe more. I don't know. It's a nice hit. Nice hit. Really can't do much better than 1 of 1 of the overall #1. Oh, Sean says he thinks that that's a $3,000 card. Wow, I wouldn't have said 3,000. Well, obviously I wouldn't have said that because I didn't say that. But I would have thought maybe $1,000. But you think 3,000 for it? Well, then somebody's in for a better payday than I thought. Even that is Joel Berry. I don't know what the Suns went for tonight. I really did not pay attention to the bid prices for this product too much. Mainly because by the time I got to that point in the spreadsheet, you know, I was running short on time and we were going to have to get the break going, and I really didn't look at the prices on it, to tell you the truth. Kyle Kuzma, numbered to 23, cracked ice for the Lakers. But whatever it was, I guarantee you they made money. I mean, like, I absolutely promise you, if you have the Suns tonight, you just made a lot of money. There is Kyrie Thomas to 99. We had him the other night. He is a Piston, I believe. Pretty sure he's a Piston. Sean, you said the Suns tonight sold for $200. Is that? Well, yeah, then they did. They already had the single Ayton autograph. The unnumbered one probably will get them close to break even with that. And they had some other maybe odds and ends hits in there, I think, that they did. So they were already ahead of the game before hitting the 1 of 1. Now you just scorched it, and it's just like scorched earth now. that's just such a nice hit. Okay, it is last box mojo time, although we've already had a lot of mojo in the next to last box. We're going to try to find a little more mojo in this last box. This is numbered to 5. It's Magic Johnson and the Lakers. Oh, Sean says it was $192 to be exact because he got outbid on it. Okay. All right, well. Kyrie Thomas, we just saw him a second ago, and I think he is a Piston. And we still have a few more to find in here. And it is Jared Terrell or Jared Terrell. I don't know which way it should be pronounced. Terrell or Terrell. This is Troy Brown. It's kind of anticlimactic after finding the 1 of 1 Ayton, isn't it? Like everything else is kind of like it's going to be, well, impossible to top that, sort of. So yeah, the rest of the I'm glad that waited till kind of the next to last box, because otherwise, you know, the whole break we would all just be salivating over that one. And here comes Joel Berry the second out one more time. Oops, that's another collegiate. No, that's right. It's not collegiate. That did have our pro logo on it, after all. And we have seen this guy before, too. But I can't think where he goes offhand. He was drafted, but I can't think to who drafted him. Robert Williams. Robert Williams out of Texas A&M. And I wrote him down because I have a hard time remembering him. Celtics. Celtics. Okay, that has got us in the books. We do have a little recap to handle, though. So we're going to get that all set up here for anybody who's interested in taking another look at our hits. We don't have a lot of numbered stuff, so we'll take a look at it as well. It is numbered to 5, Magic Johnson and the Lakers. Numbered to 23 is Kyle Kuzma, cracked ice for the Lakers. Numbered to 99, it's Jason Tatum and the Celtics. For NOLA, it is cracked ice to 23, AD. To 99, Jordan Bell and the Warriors. For the Bucks, the Greek Freak to 99. John Wall to 99 for the Wizards. Kobe, 99 for the Lakers. Cracked ice, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to 23 for the Clippers. The Sixers have Markelle Fultz to 99. We had a nice little 1 of 1 printing plate for the Bucks with Jabari Parker. Joel Embiid to 99. Sixers. For the Mavericks, it is Dirk Nowitzki to 15. So that's our numbered stuff. Let's take a look back through at our autographs. And guys, if you want to know anybody that you see go through here while we're still live streaming, just jump in here. And there's Shai again, that one to 15. Jump in here and let me know. And we can, here at the end, we can stop and look up anybody that you want to know. But of course, I I feel like everybody's probably, there's Trae Young. I forgot we found him earlier. I feel like everybody's probably heard me say this by now, but just in case, if somebody happens to be, maybe they're watching the tape delay and they've just scrolled to the end to the recap part, here's how it works. It's going to go to the team that they are currently affiliated with, as long as they are currently with a team. So some of these guys that were drafted by one team but traded to another, obviously they're going to go to the team they were traded to or their current team. There's the base Ayton signature. The undrafted guys, if they are currently with a team, of course, they're going to go to the team they're currently with. If they are not currently with the team, that's to 23, Omari Spellman. And there's Robert Williams to 25. Followed by to 99, Mikal Bridges. So if they're not with a team, but they were with a team, what I mean by that is if they were an undrafted free agent, maybe they signed summer league contract or they signed a two-way contract. Of course, if they signed a two-way, they're probably still with a team. But if they signed a summer league and then they didn't make the team and they have not re-signed with another team in the interim, I will send them to that team that they had signed with for summer league. That is numbered to 99. That way, we can get as many cards out the door as possible, because I don't want any of these undrafted free agent cards just hanging around. We want them all to go on out the door to get a home. There is 1 of 1 DeAndre Ayton. That is just an incredible hit. That's so nice. So nice. If you have the Phoenix Suns tonight, you are really happy along about now. If you didn't have the Phoenix Suns tonight, you're probably wishing you did along about now. That is to 99 with the Mo Bamba. And I believe that has us all wrapped up. So I will put the spreadsheet information up one final time in case anyone missed any of that information and you want to have another look at it. I'm going to put it up for you right now. And give me 1 second here to get it set back up, and we'll take another look, another spin through that. That's the wrong tab. This is the tab we need to be on. So for those of you who might be interested in it, there is a random team break for a case of 2018 Leaf Greatest Hits football. It is break number 1. It is selling directly by way of chat and messages. It is not going to be listed on eBay. I'm adding to the case of that an autographed Saquon Barkley jersey that'll be awarded to one team using random.org. It's $45 a spot, all in, shipping costs included. We'll break it when we fill it. It's pretty close to being filled. And, of course, as always, no refund, no return. This is one of the breaks that if you don't hit anything, you don't get anything. I don't do consolation cards for these breaks that we sell direct by way of chat. So we have at the moment 5 spots left. If anyone wants one of those 5 spots, all you need to do is send me a message by way of eBay, and I will get that taken care of for you. And, of course, one more look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night we've got a half case of Gold Rush mini helmets. It'll be the start of a new case. We're going to do a full 5-box case of TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys. Thursday night we'll do an autographed jersey, an autographed baseball glove, and a case of Chronicles baseball. On Friday we'll do a half case of Leaf autographed jerseys, start of a new case. A case of Vanguard basketball, which comes out on Friday, and it is the only case of that we'll be doing. And then a case of Absolute Football, which also comes out on Friday. On Saturday, it will be a Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey and a half case of Gold Rush mini helmets, 2 boxes of 2007 Upper Deck Premier, and a full case of 2011 Crown Royal football. Sunday, it is Series 20 autographed baseball bat from Hit Parade, a half case of 2011 Prime Signatures football, and a second case of Absolute Football. Our shipping information for tonight, our paid shipping break, which was Contenders Draft Picks, I'm projecting to get out the door on Saturday. And as always, if I can get it to you sooner than that, I will. If you by some chance got blanked in this break tonight with Contenders, your consolation card or cards will ship alongside the rest of the break because it is a paid shipping break. The free shipping breaks tonight, which were the Triple Play Baseball break and the Diamond Icons break, I'm projecting to ship out on Monday. The free shipping stuff always I project for 6 or 7 days out, and then I kind of work it in where I have extra time. Basically, there are days when you have enough time before the post office closes. Maybe you don't have enough time to get a whole breakout, but you do have an extra half hour where you can do 4 or 5 jerseys. That's kind of how that works. So it's projected out for Monday the 10th. Hopefully, most likely, it will get on the road to you before that, but we'll just say no later than Monday the 10th. And in one of those first 2 breaks, Triple Player Diamond Icons, if you happen to get skunked in that break, your consolation card, I'm just going to hold on to that because it is a free shipping break. I do track it for 90 days, and then the next time you have a package that ships where you have hit a card or an item, I just look back through, gather up all the consolation cards for the prior 90 days, and put them in that package and send them off all at once. If you want it done differently, you just let me know. Send me a message over on eBay, and I will put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and get it along the way for you. I think we've already seen all that. We don't need that again. And I guess that is actually all we've got to do tonight. So Gio and Sean, they're like, oh, you need to put that card in a case. Don't worry, guys. I take care of all that kind of stuff as soon as we go off the air here. I sit right here at this table and I get everything all nice and protected and taken care of. So not to worry. You'll get it in good condition if it's coming your way. All right, guys. So thank you once again, and gals. I appreciate you all. I will see you the next time. Bye now.